This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. On the visitors' sideline, Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys, well, they're struggling at this point in the year. Just 2 wins over their last 7. His counterpart on the final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
Off the play fake, Love. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On play action, Love to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. 3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Working out of the gun. Love. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
Back on the field after a knee injury robbed him of his rookie season, but he showed a ton of promise in the limited sample size we saw of him during the preseason. Go back to the University of Michigan. You saw an accurate passer who ran the offense extremely well, but don't be fooled by that. He was never afraid to attack defenses with his arm, and he'll try to do the same here in the NFL.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
1st and 10.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side with Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This defense for the Packers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
start the drive with Wilson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Back at the 18-yard line.
Love from the gun. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Packers nothing.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now the Packers get set to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Packers first down.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Packers coming in looking for win number 7 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They go bootleg. Love completes it again to Doubs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. 4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
At their own 24-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the Vikings.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker. You look at this Packers defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Vikings.
Up the middle, Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Second down and 6 now.
It's now second and 6. At the
throwing is McCarthy. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Vikings first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. To the air with McCarthy. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Following the interception, Love. That's taken in by Watson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
A give, this is Wilson. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
A gain of 24
Good
yards.
yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave. On the draw, it's Wilson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That'll give them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Dontavius.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Looking to put a drive together. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Brings up second and 8 at the 28.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Recovered by the offense.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Taken down at the 40.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Second and 9.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the...
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The offense on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Ryan Wright in punt formation for the Vikings.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's another Packers.
Wilson going to try the right side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Love. A short throw to Musgrave. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
That's another Packers first down.
Now it's Wilson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Brooks is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete. Fourth down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On play action, now McCarthy. Complete to Addison on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a gain of 18. And the Vikings.
McCarthy off the play fake. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Micah Parsons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. On play action, McCarthy to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 6 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run again with Wilson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing. Love. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Rodgers to return it. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Now 2nd and 9. An inside give to Jones. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
3rd and 7.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Love now.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And that's dropped underneath for Wilson.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Love. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline.
Oh, and that is incomplete. So a tight one so far, 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen at our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Brandon, thank you.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And the Vikings first down.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
At the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Another carry for Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's good for the Packers. First down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Working out of the gun. Love. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Packers first down.
Now Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
First down. It's a gain of 10.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing is McCarthy. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Vikings first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
39-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Micah Parsons. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defense.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get... Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And after the interception, they'll take over with good starting field position here. Down by 2 as they begin with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And a solid run down inside the 30. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Aaron Jones. A gain of 4 yards. And the Vikings.
They'll go again to Jones. And able to work his way down to the 16. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd and inches.
Mason on the toss. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
Quay Walker on the coverage.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. Well, a pretty important sequence here, CD. They were trailing in the second half. The interception gives them the opportunity, and the field goal gives them the lead.
And what a clutch play. You love to see guys come through like that. Now it's their game to lose. Time to get back out there and come through with another big stop.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12. At the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Love. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Love from the gun on 3rd down. A short throw to Musgrave. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
It's 4th down.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense had Aaron Jones headed back onto the field. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake. McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A give to Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. Looking to throw McCarthy. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
At the 45-yard line.
Second and 10. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And they will take over first and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Rashawn Gary in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. McCarthy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away, trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first, they'll go back to Wilson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 32-yard line. A give, this is Wilson. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he could turn upfield. No gain, second down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 32-yard line.
To throw now, here's Love. Finds his receiver, Watson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19.
Yards on the play. That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Ball at the 14 for second and 5.
A gain of 5.
Glove.
Second and 5 at the Vikings.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Love throwing for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. A false start backs them up 5. First and 15. McCarthy off the play fake. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up second down and 15 yards to go.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Complete, Jefferson the target. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's McCarthy. He's got his man. That's Naylor. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jalen Naylor, 71 yards. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here's Love and the Packers. Down by 9. A little under 2.5 to go. They have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, but they also need 2 scores. They've got to go quick. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good for a Packers first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Love now. Well, this is caught by Williams.
Love's pass complete to Savion Williams.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Second and 3 at the 49-yard line.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Musgrave's got it out right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A 7-yard gain. And the Packers.
Here's Love. A short throw to Musgrave. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So the road a little tougher here. Now first and 20. Now Love. Right side to Watson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A gain of 3 brings up second.
Love looking to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Love's pass.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Love. And that will be incomplete as well.
Intended for Dontavian Wicks.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time here. Love on fourth down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. Love looking to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
It's now third down.
Love. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And his kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the one timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Vikings, The win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on